Welcome to Tim's Vinyl Confessions and welcome to an album in review. This is where I take a classic album, talk about it for a few minutes, and this episode I'm going to be talking about an archival live release that came out in 2015, but of course it was originally recorded on Christmas Eve, 1975. And I'm talking about Queen, A Night at the Odeon. Of course, it's the Hammersmith Odeon, legendary venue, and this is Queen in support of their, at the time, quite new album, A Night at the Opera. So the back of the CD booklet has that. I just love that. I mean, I love that album cover anyway. And this is still a live album that features a lot of songs from the first three Queen albums. Now, I still think that if you want the best look at what Queen was like in their sort of world domination years, then you should get the Live at the Rainbow that came out a few years ago. That's from the Sheer Heart Attack tour, and there's also a set from the Queen 2 tour. So you get to hear a lot of those songs that, as they got more albums and more hits, they just started to disappear from the set list. But on this album, you still get a huge selection across those first three albums. I mean, you get Now I'm Here, you get March of the Black Queen, you get Bring Back That Leroy Brown, Son and Daughter, Liar, In the Lap of the Gods Revisited, Seven Seas of Rye, See What a Fool I've Been. And even though they were promoting A Night at the Opera, they only do, well, I'm gonna say 1.5 songs. They do part of Bohemian Rhapsody. They hadn't quite figured out the, how are we gonna do the operatic section and just have that play with the dry ice and smoke, and then we come back on for the heavy part. They didn't do that yet. They incorporated it into a medley, which included Killer Queen and March of the Black Queen. Then it goes back into the Nothing Really Matters section of Bohemian Rhapsody. Fascinating. And it's really fascinating to hear Freddie introduce the song, for him to actually have to introduce Bohemian Rhapsody. It's a really cool moment. Now, I say 1.5 songs because they do close with God Save the Queen. I'm not sure if they were doing that prior to recording a version and putting it out on A Night at the Opera. Probably not. But yeah, I mean, obviously the band is in top form. You just can't go wrong with any of this archival Queen stuff. For a while, they were putting something out every year. I wish they would do more. I'd love to hear, stuff from A Day at the Races, News of the World, Jazz, those tours. And maybe they will yet. But there you go. Queen, A Night at the Odeon. That is today's an album in review on Tim's Vinyl Confessions. Thanks for watching this edition. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Link to my books is below. I want to thank everybody for continuing to watch the shows. Have a great weekend. See you later.